Okay, so today's topic is what exactly qualifies someone as a New Yorker? Because I just heard a subway take from J-Lo of all people that absolutely incensed me. Like seriously, WTF, okay? Hey, Zunpuck here. So I've been getting into subway takes because most of the time it reminds me of home because, I do self-identify as a New Yorker. But that's the funny thing because that is what this rant is all about today. I just watched a subway take where one of the most famous New Yorkers, aka Jennifer Lopez, says, "You have to be born in the 5 boroughs to be considered a New Yorker." Okay, wow. Gotta be born in the literal city. That's what she said. Yeah, I 100% disagree. And as a real, true New Yorker, I would never shy away from my reasonings. And I'd say this same spiel. To J-Lo's, despite the fact that she's more famous, she is not one single iota more New York than me. Not now, not ever. So, yeah. I'd like to say aggression is part of what makes a New Yorker, but obviously that's not all of it, right? I'm going to link the clip that I'm responding to below somewhere. Okay. Anyway, if you enjoy some random rants from a dude with no production skills, clearly, like, subscribe, share, comment, or whatever. I'll be great regardless, because I just do these for funsies. Hit that bell icon. I don't know what that is, but I'm asking you guys to do it because I hear that's important for channel growth or whatever. But honestly, I don't really care, okay? Just a hypocrite on a minor internet detail. So, first comment about the whole gotta be born in the 5 boroughs things to be qualified as a New Yorker. What about the rest of the state? Right? By the way, New York State is a thing, okay? Anyone born anywhere in New York State can definitely call themselves a New Yorker, right? So we're gonna talk about some semantics. What else would they call themselves? New York Staters? Like, seriously, from a linguistic point of view, what J-Lo said makes no sense, right? I mean, hey, I heard she was born in New York City, and therefore that's part of the USA, right? How come she can't understand, I don't know, the language of English that we speak here? I think she understands English, but forgot that New York doesn't just stand for the city, right? I mean, the state is also called New York. Why would she make a distinction for New Yorker being just from a small subset of the entire state? What, is she stupid? What about people from Long Island, Buffalo, upstate, all the lands between there and here, okay? Are we just invalidating the existence of these people? I mean, a simple Google search shows you the state has 20 million people and the city has, what, 8? Let's be generous, call it 9 or 10. Still, that's 10 million or half the residents of the state that J-Lo just put in some weird semantical linguistic purgatory. How could all those people who doesn't live in the 5 boroughs be not called New Yorkers? I mean, they live in New York. What else would they possibly be called? Talk about some real city-level privilege right there. Here's my second point. Being born in New York as a criteria is against the idea of not being just a New Yorker, but being an American general, because people say that about New Yorker, then go on and defend Americans being Americans would be hypocritical, because unless someone like J-Lo would also say, well, if you can't be a New Yorker unless you're born here, surely you can't be an American unless you're born here as well, right? It would only make sense. Now, I'm not calling J-Lo MAGA or anti-immigrant or whatever, but let's be clear, if she wasn't rich and famous, she would definitely be treated like an immigrant just based on what she looks like. Such is life. So since I don't think J-Lo personally would be anti-immigrant in sentiment for the country as a whole, why exactly would she, her logic, be anti-New York City immigrant then, okay? It makes absolutely zero sense, unless, of course, we're taking sentimentality into account. In reality, I totally get it. She wants to defend against the quote-unquote outsiders claiming New Yorker status because it's something everyone wants. Oh wait, that's exactly the same argument that dumbass MAGA Americans use to justify anti-immigration to the whole country type of policies. Ugh. Yeah, so absolutely no. I mean, I like J-Lo, but she's not recognizing the incredible hypocrisy she's spewing in this take. Now, finally, so what's my alternative, right? Because I provide solutions. I don't just, rail on stuff But here's my alternative. What's a New Yorker? It has nothing to do with your place of birth, because place of birth signifies, well, just luck, okay? You as a person, as an individual, could not possibly control where you were born. But the title of New Yorker, that's recognized anywhere that matters, aka New York City, right? People who call themselves New Yorkers are just better than everybody else on the planet because we stand for all that is great on this earth, okay? Yeah, that's what I said, because obviously I call myself a New Yorker, even though I haven't lived in that city for more than a decade. So, yeah, whether I'm there or not, that's irrelevant. I've already said, where you're born, whether you're born there, that's also irrelevant, because you stick to that, you're just co-opting anti-immigration arguments at a smaller scale, okay? Instead, I say, you're a New Yorker the moment you feel the courage to call yourself one. Full stop. That's all there is to it. It does not matter how many decades you live in New York City or whether you've moved on from the city at this specific moment. It's the attitude that defines a New Yorker. We don't give a crap about what anyone thinks. We make our own way because New Yorkers are the most resilient, the most entrepreneurial. And by the way, I gotta repeat this again, the most hardened against public opinions from other people, okay? At least that's my sentiment out of every type of persons that I have ever met. That's really what defines New Yorkers. It's really as simple, as easy as that. In conclusion, there's no time limit on how long it takes for anyone to become a New Yorker. I'd argue you can become one, in a week since you've moved here because you've always understood the assignment. At the same time, you can live there for a decade and never acclimate. And therefore, honestly, you should probably just move because the city is not for you. Okay, on the other hand, based on my definition, most people who are born in New York City, of course they're New Yorkers. Not all of them, and not indefinitely either, right? Because if you're born there and suddenly move to Florida like our orange douche in chief, yeah, good riddance, get out. Nobody wants morons like that. Okay, and to run away from it, to shy away from the New York state of mind, to admit, that you couldn't hack it in New York, that just marks you as a loser. Yeah, get your New Yorker card confiscated right now and there. There's no lifetime membership. New Yorker is a state of mind, and I will die on that hill. So am I off my rockers? Feel free to yell at me below. Until next time, cheers, à la prochaine.